the fuck was that? Oh hey, didn't see you there. I just finished the first of 4 games in the highest rated Yuri visual novel series called Flowers. I played through the entire game on my Twitch, twitch.tv/diaryenjoyer, and boy do I have some thoughts. Oh fuck. But instead of wasting your time, I will just get this out of the way. Is this game worth playing? Well, if you're not a Yuri fan, fuck no. But if you're a Yuri fan, maybe. And let me explain why. Before this review starts though, I do want to mention there are spoiler sections in this where I give my thoughts on the stories, so do check out the timestamp because you don't want to get spoiled in a game where the story is the only thing that matters. So let's start with the biggest problem I have with this game, and that is the downtime in between story arcs. It took me 25 hours to play this game because I was playing it on stream and I want to make sure my viewers can read it. And when 60% of your game is just slice of life filler, it gets kind of painful to sit through. I'm not saying slice of life segments are completely unwelcome here. If there's like a serious story section and we need a breather, a slice of life segment is amazing. Or maybe they introduce a new character, they can use slice of life segments to introduce the character better. But when so much of the story is actually just filler and serves zero purpose, it gets really boring. I'm also being really generous by calling the other 40% completely story segments here, because even though I say that 60% of it is filler, where you just learn about, oh, do you know that this character likes wiping his ass while sitting down? The other 40% still has horrible pacing. The pacing sometimes is so slow that by the time you reach the climax, you already lost interest in the story. And even then, sometimes the payoff just doesn't hit at all for me, other than one time that I will get into later. And not only that, in a lot of these story key moments, they have these mystery sections where you have a series of questions and you need to answer them correctly. If you answer any of them wrong, you get a bad ending. And these questions are so, like, I don't think it's possible for anyone to answer all of them correctly in the first playthrough without knowing the story at all. Like, they pretty much don't give you any hints at all for some of these questions, and most people just defaulted to finding walkthroughs to tell you what the answer is, or else you're gonna be getting bad ending after bad ending, and you have to keep doing these questions over and over again, which just becomes really frustrating. With all that said though, you must think I really hate this game. But actually, no, because I'm planning to play the second game soon, maybe in a week or two. And why is that? It's because of Chapter 5. Chapter 5 of this visual novel is probably one of my favorite chapters in any visual novel ever. Now, I have not played enough visual novel, maybe they're, I'm probably gonna change my opinion in the future. But Chapter 5 is so amazingly written. The writing in that chapter is so well done, where in the beginning you have your usual mundane slice of life bullshit where you're like, who cares if this character likes to season his hot dog this way? Who cares if... oh wait, sorry, her, because guys don't exist in this world, apparently. But later on in the chapter, it is revealed that all of these little informations, they're actually clues to the bigger mystery that in the end, with an amazing emotional payoff, it just tells me that this series has potential, that there's actually something in here that I'm gonna miss out if I just end my run here on the first game. I feel like with how many people are talking about the second and third game being a huge step up from the first game, it really feels like this game has potential, because this game's peak, it truly is something special. But it only ever hits that peak once in Chapter 5. And I haven't even mentioned the characters in this story. At best, the characters are mediocre to decent. They get the job done. At worst, they're just annoying. I'll fucking smash their heads together. I'll crush their heads together. You just... Even the main character as well, which you play as, she has this whole entire backstory. It's not really a spoiler because it's established right from the beginning. She has PTSD because of her stepmother. It becomes this huge point in the story regarding her character, but then you just don't really feel the gravity of her past, really. Sometimes you see her freak out a lot, but you don't really see, maybe something awful that has happened to her to really understand how bad it truly is. You just get told that, oh, her stepmom is strict. Like, okay, yes, that is bad, but like, is that enough for you to get a panic attack and you know, have so many problems until the point you cannot even play the piano. I'm just not impressed by the character writing in this game at all. What's even worse is the ending also does not help at all. Let me talk about the ending, which this is gonna be the spoiler section. You should skip this if you haven't played the game. Well, the ending was dog shit. It was horrible. I hated it. And the main reason is because it has no explanation whatsoever. It has no hints as to why it might happen. And from what I heard, I think throughout the series they will slowly unravel this mystery as to why she disappeared. Which is just like, come on man, there's 3 games to go through and each game is like 24 hours long. You want me to go through that many hours just to resolve this random mystery of a couple that honestly is already not that strong for me? It's just such a huge slap to the face after you have put so many hours into the game and then you get this sweet confession scene beautifully written and then one of the girls just disappear. And then you get no explanation at all. And the game just ends. Like, I can show you my first reaction to the ending right now. No way it just ends like that. What? Why? I don't know. Is there something I'm missing in the story? Yeah, they never that is so unsatisfying to not even give us a reason. I'm guessing it's actually because of the relationship thing, but then no way they just kick her out of the school because they said that they'll only be separated, not kicked out of the school. I'm actually really angry at this bullshit they just pulled on you. I just wasted all of my time on this game, hoping that, oh hey, I can at least get a sweet ending or at least a surprise but well planned out ending where if you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, there's been foreshadowing here and there or something that makes the ending make sense even if it's not a happy ending. But that ending just, she has no reason to disappear, she just left the school and then the whole disappearance thing is already dispelled by the twins. I just don't understand. I mean, I kind of see it coming, but I just thought that maybe they'll explain it more, give it more of a reason that she might disappear, but the fact that they give you nothing and she just disappears, it's just horrible. I hated it. Now, after all that talk, I'm still going to play the second game, and the main reason is because of how amazing Chapter 5 is and how much of the praise goes to the second and third game being a huge step up from the first game. If the second game is going to be as flawed as this one, I'm not finishing this whole entire series. It's way too long. It's not worth my time. But if it's as good as the peak of the first game or just close to that, I might just finish the whole entire series. The slice of life segments are just, it's too boring. It goes on for too long and it actually does nothing to the story other than chapter 5, of course. And there are also like really shitty characters that does something horrible and gets no punishment at all. So I'll give this game a 4 out of 10, which I know is really harsh, but I'm still gonna check out the next game. The only reason why it's not even lower than 4 is just because of chapter 5. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for the game. If you guys have any other opinions about the game, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I missed something about the ending, you can comment down below. I don't know, I do want to like this game. And that's about it. See you.